Hey everybody, can you guys hear me? Hopefully you can. Can you hear me? Test, test. Hello. Everyone knew I was going to do that, right? I hope we don't see notifications. That's supposed to be off. Okay, so can you guys hear me? Chat, chat. You and your gadgets. I know, what can I say? Okay, excellent. Okay, so let me show you guys what I'm going to try to do. Let's take off this. Now, I got to say my usual thing. Welcome back to E4. And, are you guys ready for this? Welcome to Embird. I'm going to do double digitizing the same design in two different softwares. What do you guys think? All in one shot. How cool is that? It's a little bit awkward. But how cool is that? Hopefully it's not going to get too confusing, but you know what? I'm thinking it might be a cool idea. Okay, you can hear now, Patty? Yeah? How's that going in Facebook, Don?
You click on the Facebook picture and it asks you if you want to open it in the app, and it takes you over to YouTube and opens it up.
Okay, so everybody.
everything should
So do you have it in the group?
Yeah, I shared it to the group.
Okay, so even in the group, that's what you're, because it's on.
That's how I got there, yeah.
Okay, so it's on the page and it's in our group, so hopefully people will see it. Now, these are just experiments that we're doing. We're just testing out the software. It's a little bit complicated, especially when you throw in two embroidery programs to do the same thing and keeping track of everything. Now, Dawn's going to be in the group answering questions. Nadia, yes, I am in Facebook on the OML Embroidery page, broadcasting live, and Dawn put a link into the group. So we're everywhere. We're everywhere. So people will be chatting with me on YouTube. This is how it works. And Dawn in the group. So, because I can't be two places at once and digitize on two different softwares, right? What?
Why not?
What? All right, so this is when everyone can give Dawn. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to change. Oh, I had some add-ons, so you guys could press buttons and give Dawn a frowny face when he says stuff like that. But I didn't turn it on, and I don't remember how. Alrighty. Ah, thanks. Nadia's the best. She's gonna share. She's gonna share. Thank you.
Perfect. Bring up this.
Bring up this. Okay, we're working on.
Sorry.
Move. You can't put your sausage fingers in front of me. Add source. You sure?
Facebook widgets.
Live reactions, animations.
And it's going to pop up there. Unless you readjust. You got to authorize it. That's not going to work. You're going to have to authorize it and everything. So.
Okay, so that's not going to work
No,
this
we'll do it
time.
next time.
We'll do it next time. I totally forgot. Mental note that we want to do that.
Okay.
So remove that. Okay, well, we'll try that again.
I will write us a note.
Yeah, Dawn's going to write us a note and we'll try that. So hopefully this stuff will work. Okay. Now I just want to rearrange. What I need is another monitor. Oh no, I need new technology. What am I going to do? That's funny in this house, isn't it? Okay, so here we are in E4, and we're just going to do something, just a little something. Now, what we are planning on doing is scheduling live classes and actually scheduling a live Q&A for the classes. So whenever I release like a big hour-long class, a couple days later, we're going to do a question and answer period for it, like say a half an hour, 45 minutes. So just referring to that class. So if you guys have any questions, I'll bring up the image, I'll bring up my digitizing and show you guys how to do something or what you need to do to, you know, work on it. So hopefully that'll be really helpful. That's the plan anyway. So, you know, in the group is you guys will get advance notice of when we're going to be doing these broadcasts. I may put up a note if I remember to put it up on YouTube, but there's so many things to remember. The sharing, the posting, the this. But anyways, I will do it in the group. And that's our plans, along with all of the other videos that we're posting. This is going to be extra. So I'm hoping this is really cool, and I am hoping everybody likes it. So let's start in E4 and do a little bit of the spider web, and then I'm going to practice switching over to Embroidery because there's a lot of buttons to push, and work in Embroidery, and hopefully my brain doesn't get messed up doing this. So just a test. Nadia said shared in 5 groups. Yeah, wow, thank you, Nadia. That is awesome. She shared it in 5 groups, Dawn. So
everybody's chatting with you through YouTube. I've got one in Facebook
okay.
that I know of, but they actually, Facebook says there's like 8 or 9 people watching.
Oh, okay.
And we've got 6 watching through YouTube.
Okay.
From what I can gather.
Okay. You know what? That's awesome. That's enough to do our test, enough to test, you know, the bandwidth and everything we need to do, because I made some changes from last night, and I'm hoping the picture that you guys are seeing is quite a bit clearer than what it was last night. I did a few settings. The settings were set up for gamers, of course. This is all we're doing. And it put more emphasis on the chat. I guess they chat a lot when they're streaming games. Who knows? So I changed it to put more power into the graphics. So I'm hoping if you guys can tell me, can you see everything clearly? You can see my mouse clearly. And you can see the graphics. Now, mind you, the graphics are a little bit pixelated, so don't count that in for anything. So hopefully that's better. If there's any issues, just let me know. This is when we want to tweak it. So when we do our live classes, it's going to be fantastic. But anyways, let's get started. Now I'm going to pick the running stitch, and the shortcut for that is Shift plus N. And if you have one of these cool keypads, you can program that in there because I use it all the time. So it's handy. So we're going to start going here. And we're going to go here. I think I'm going to cut right through Mr. Spiderweb. Actually, nope, change of plan. We're going to go here. And I'm just left clicking. And for a good spider web, put a right click in the middle because it gives it that nice little bend that we want. See the bend on this one? And I like that. I think, to me, that's what makes a good spider web, if we're going to talk technical spider webs here. So right click right in the middle so we have a nice smooth curve. If you put a whole bunch, you're not going to get it right. You're not going to be able to do it at all. So sometimes with nodes, less is more. And this is, it's a time saver too. If you're clicking a whole bunch of nodes, you know, this is not, whoops. It's better to just do one. Now, if I want to make any adjustments to this, this is my theory on why you should, you know, do minimal. If I want to make adjustments to this, I have my nodes. Let's look at the nodes, and you can see there's a circle in here. If I wanted this one to dip out more, I only have to move one thing to make that happen, just one thing. If you put, you know, zoomed right in and put a whole bunch of nodes, you are never going to get such a smooth curve. And it'll save you a lot of time, because if you have to sit and fiddle around with all of these nodes to change it, and believe me, when you're digitizing, you tend to change stuff, even stuff you don't think you're going to change, you end up changing it. It's a waste of time. So less is more, especially on the spider web. That's all we need. I'm going to make this a really strange color so we can see it. Hopefully you guys can see it. Oh, everyone's saying that it's super clear. So that setting is awesome. I'm so happy with that. Thank you, everyone.
I'm using your iPad to monitor YouTube as well.
Okay. Dawn's on monitoring everything. Okay, so let's carry on with our spider web. Now, this little cross here is where we left off. So, because we don't want any jump stitches. We're going to go over things a couple times, but we always want to avoid jump stitches. And if you get lost, this little cross tells you where you left off. So that is a time saver too, having it there. And then you just put it right there. One, done. And this one we can keep going around, and here we go. Whoops. I'm on my good computer and I have the auto scroll on. There we go. Click. You could actually get the spider web done pretty quickly with just a few clicks on each one and kind of plan it out. I'm doing it this way because I want the long pieces to go last, because I want them to kind of look like they're, you know, over top of the rest of the spider web. Now, a spider web isn't perfect, so you don't have to worry about, you know, getting it exactly on for something like this. Sometimes I say, you know, get it exactly right, be precise. This is not one of those times. We just want it just like this, and, you know, sometimes a little character in it helps. Now we're getting down to less. I still want that curved click in there. I still want it. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting small. I don't know if we're gonna make it there. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting there. It's awesome. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to check the size before I started. I had so many buttons to push. I guess that's why. But that's okay. Forgive me. Hey, we finished it. Let's hit enter, because we don't have to worry about not, you know, where we left off, because we have our little marker there. How's everyone doing? Okay, everyone's just watching away. Awesome. Awesome. So that's where we left off. Let's grab it again, and we're going to go here. If we started here, we'd have a jump stitch, and we don't want it. So we want to start right there. I know it's tempting. And we're going to go right up to our spider, and we're going to go back. Now, I do want these ones to be thicker, and this is why I'm doing them double. And I am actually going to put the spider in the middle, I think. I kind of like them, or maybe a fly in the middle. So this is going to kind of be the underlay, so we don't have it too thick. But if you do it carefully enough, you know what, it's going to look fine. Hopefully I'm right on with everything. And up here, we're scrolly. Okay. So everything good, Dawn? Mm-hmm. Yep. And we're going to end here. Now, if you want your spider there, where it is, how about we go back out here? You actually could have ended on that one if I hadn't changed my mind in the middle of it. That's what I would have done. So, you know, you might want to go back on that. But okay, so we'll make this the same color pink. Now, even though these are in separate pieces, they're all going to stitch out at once. There are no jump stitches on that at all. Okay, so now we've done the spider web in E4. So this is how I want to do it, because I noticed people, the embroidered people, were having a little bit of a hard time translating, you know, what they need to do. So I'm proposing to everyone that I digitize the main thing and do the instructions and all the detail work in E4, and then simply push a couple buttons, flip over to Embroidery and do the basics and just show you guys the tools. I don't think it's necessary that I sit and digitize the whole thing again, but I'm thinking, and hopefully I'm right, if I point out the tools that you use and do a little bit of it, that'll help you guys translate. So when you hear me say in E4 that, you know, running stitch, you'll remember what to do in embroidered. So you guys can let me know your feelings on that and what you think, and we'll just see if it works. I just thought it would be cool. I have one more software. I have PE Design 10, which is soon going to be PE Design 11. And I could have that up too, just to show you guys the tools, same thing as we're doing in embroidered. So you know what? All the software that I have will be covered, and hopefully it's going to work for you guys. So those people using embroidered, I would really appreciate your feedback to let me know if this is more confusing or if it's awesome. I'm hoping it's awesome. I've never seen anyone do it, so I'm hoping, you know, it's cool. So following that, let's start, and I'll show you guys what tools you need to make. What tools you need to use in embroidered. Now, the first thing is we want just a running stitch. Now, if you look here over to the right hand side, this is how you pick your stitches. Single stitch, triple, all of the fancy ones. We just want single stitch, and we're going to leave all the settings basic. And by the way, right here is the rope that Dawn was talking about. So once you have that selected, then all you have to do is click, click, and click. And when you're doing the circles around the curvy bits, it's a little bit different in embroidered, because embroidered gives you the curve. So for this one, let me move it into place, and then I'll do the next one better than that. So bloop. You can tell this is the first one. It has a little cross under it. And I'm going to place this one and then activate this one, and then click here and pull it down. Click here, pull it down. Click here, pull it down. And you would continue this. Click here. See, I got to remember which software. If I mess it up, you guys don't get to laugh. This is hard. This is really hard. And that's how you do the web part in embroidered. And of course, generate the stitches. And there we go. You can see it. Let's 3D it. 3D it. There you go. So it's just a running stitch, but that's how you get the nice curves. Now for this, you'll be clicking on each of the end and pulling it out. Hopefully that helps you guys. I hope that makes a little bit of sense. Now we're going to go back to Wilcom. Let's go back to Wilcom so we can continue what we're doing. Now, back in Wilcom, we got this. Yeah, that works just fine. I got to remember to push all the buttons, though, and double check. So Patty says, it sounds good. It's the tools that are confusing for me. So again, hopefully people who are watching this, even if you didn't make it for live, I would appreciate it if you commented, and you know, we can try it out and see what you guys think. I'm just hoping, because I think it would be really neat if I could do one class instead of 3 different videos, because that takes a lot of time, and I'm interested in getting a lot done with you guys. If I could do one live class and show you guys different ways, that would save me the time, and that would get everybody together so we can ask questions and do stuff. I just thought it was really cool. Donna and I came up with it this morning, and I'm like, oh heck yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, let's work on our spider guy. Now, I want to do the spider web first, and I missed a piece. I can see that. That's okay. We'll fix that after. Woohoo! I'm talking and changing and doing everything. Spider web's in the background, so we do that first. If you don't do it first, then you just have to move it over here in the color object list so it stitches out first. Then we're going to do, say it with me, the spider legs next, because we want them to join properly, and then the spider body and the spider head, and these are what, fangs? I don't know. Fangs, evil spider. We want this to stitch out last so it covers up everything, and it is going to cover up this part, and it won't matter. You won't be able to see it. So I think that works out really well. Now I'm going to do spindly legs on this guy, because I think it works really well. Now that happened, do you guys see what I did? That happened because I had something selected, and when I'm, you know, talking and digitizing, I tend to do that quite a bit. It is annoying. I do apologize. It probably bothers me more than you guys. So anyways, let's do our spider legs. Now remember, we're going to do the body over top, so this is when we can make our connections, right? And we're not worrying about that. We're going to change the color. We might make it a bit thicker. And let's go here, boop, boop, and try to be precise going back, because we want 2 passes on each leg to make it look better. Now once you're done here, you just scoot over to the other side. None of this is going to show when we finish it. So back, and you guys should probably zoom in a little bit more. Everyone has always told me that it's too, they get lost. It's too hard to see when I zoom in too much. So I've kind of got it where I can do it like this, and then you guys can see better what I'm doing. The only downfall is I'm not as precise as I would like to be, but then again, I'm not anyways, because if I was as precise as I wanted to be, I think you guys would be bored. So we don't want that. There we go. We have spider legs, people. We have spider legs. Let's do the body, and we're gonna pick the complex fill tool. And it's kind of a cool shape. You could draw out use the circle tool and draw out a circle, but I'm just gonna right click and get this guy rocking on. And if you notice, I did a little part out there, and I started right where I stopped on the last one, because we want it to not have jump stitches. And there is the body, and I think he is pretty cool. That's awesome. And we'll do the same again for dude's head. So complex fill, there's all sorts of shortcuts. I have it on my keypad too, but I want to show you guys how I'm doing it. I'm not going to do the fangs because it's kind of strange, and I might move the whole spider. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and I'm going to group them. So if I decide to move Mr. Spider, Mr. Evil, then he moves all together. So I kind of think in the middle is cool. I think I want his legs a bit thicker, but for now we might just change it. So then to change it, boop, you have to ungroup it. And let's do his legs. And what can we do? Stem stitch? It's a bit small. It's cool. I hesitated because it looks fuzzy, but it's a bit small for that. That's much better. Ooh, I like that. That's a back stitch. Usually one of my favorites. So this is just a regular stitch, and this is a back stitch, so it looks different. So yay, cool. Everyone with me so far?
Facebook's good.
Everyone's with me? Everyone's good? Okay, let's switch over to Embird. And let's do the spider body, because there's a couple of different tools to use for that. Now I'm just going to digitize this guy right here. And for the legs, it's the same thing. So we want open path outline, that tool. Back here again, single stitch. Let's change it to something that might be neat. It's probably too small for that, but maybe we'll make it bigger just so we can use that. Ooh, that would be kind of, do some candle wicking. Why not?
Press D, does it hide your image?
D, does it hide my image? Why?
Patty was asking.
Well, I don't think it's D.
D?
No. Image, no, to hide the image in Embird, all you have to do is go to 3D. If you want to just see the image, you just go to image and you won't be able to see any stitches. Normal has both. It's really hard to see because I have it just in gray. Now to change colors in Embird, you just slide it down, which I find enjoyable. Now you can see it better. Does that help? So all these ones down at the bottom, that's how you can do it. When you're done with the image, you just go to image and you go to delete. But I don't want to delete it. I don't want to delete it. Okay, so hopefully that helped, Patty. Let's go to the running stitch, single stitch. I was picking something. We could do a triple stitch and see how it is. Now we don't have the rest of this digitized, but we're going to assume that it ended right here like our other one. So we want to now do the legs, and you can hopefully see it a bit better. And now it puts in, if you notice here, this is a little trick that I think a lot of people miss. Can you see this arrow right here? Put your face right up to it. There's an arrow that shows you direction. And if you can remember to look at that, it's going to help you when you're doing a long segment. It's really cool. It's really cool. So I got to activate that one. See, Ember doesn't like to put stuff over top. See it lit there? That's cool. I found the easiest way is to do it that way. I call it sliding. See, because you think you can click there and it doesn't do it. So you click on that one, move it a little bit above. I just found it was more efficient for me to do it that way. And it's easier actually to put everything right on where you want it. So on the way back, just saves you a bit of frustration. If you can get them properly, hit them right, you can get it, but I just kind of find faster ways around, to be able to get the same thing done. That it might not be right, but I'm pretty fast at it, especially now that I have my good computer to do digitizing. See, now, I didn't do it right.
An issue with Embroidery.
Why?
Your pop-up side windows aren't showing the information.
Oh.
So when you're over there messing with things, tell people exactly what you're doing because they're having trouble.
Okay, why wouldn't that show up?
I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out.
Okay, can you mark that down?
Yeah.
See, this is why we're testing. So thank you for pointing that out. That's something I wouldn't actually notice because I'm looking at another screen. So super de-do, we will have to figure out what setting that is. So apologies. Thank you for pointing it out. These are the things we're going to work out. So awesome. That's cool. Then I won't be in the middle of a big class and I concentrate quite a bit and go, oh no, it's not working. So we'll fix that. We'll find a way. And I did it again. There we go. See why I find it just easier? That one doesn't have to match, but that part does. You get quite good at it. I just find it's easier. I think, do you digitize that way too, Don?
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
I know. In Embroidery, because it gets fiddly when you're trying to put one over.
Yeah.
One node over. See, I find it easier anyways. I think we probably do this a lot too for our full-time embroidery. And we used to use Embroidery every day. Now we have E4, of course, so we're using that, but I'm pretty sure we did a lot of this because I just kind of came up with it. And it's kind of cool, too, doing it this way because you can, while you're at it, you can precision place it. Now, if you were to put it like this, it would look a little bit thicker. So it's kind of, not hard to do. And moving the curved parts is really easy. So, both are simple to do. You just do it a little bit differently. The tools are a little bit different. And there we go. Now we're almost caught up with E4. And we're going to end it there, hit enter, and with Embroidery, and I'll probably forget this 10 million times, you have to generate the stitches to be able to see them. We can go to 3D and look at them. Hey, cool. Hey, cool. So now let's do the body. I ended it off here so we can have a nice, it wouldn't matter if there was a jump stitch underneath, but that's okay. Now look, that's your starting point. I'm going to click here and I'm going to bend it to my will. Click here, bend it to my will. That's what I always said every time. I kind of like this. Being able to bend it. I don't know, I feel like I can make it precise. Remember to watch your little arrow there and click and move it over to finish it, or you can right click and finish object. I'm just in the habit of doing it that way. Put our stitches on. Let's check it out in 3D. We have a candy cane, a candy apple, a pink, of pink spider. What are we going to do with the pink spider? Again, to change the colors, you click, left click, drag it down. Okay, so that'll look a little bit better. 3D. Maybe we'll let him have pink legs. Who cares, right? Let's do his head and click here and pull it out and click here, and we'll make him a little fat-headed. There we go. So it's a beginner digitizing, but kind of fun to practice your curves and know how everything's done. And you know, it's easy to do and perfect for our little test. Now remember, this is kind of small, but that's how we use the different tools. So we picked a back stitch. We did a fill stitch. We could change, you know, the direction on everything if you wanted to. I think it's fine like this. And whenever you do anything in Embroidery, you got to remember to generate the stitches. Again, I'll probably forget that a million times. I'm not used to it, but it's cool. So hopefully that'll help you guys. Let's go back to E4 and see where we are. Are we back on? Can you see? Yep, it works really well. So I think that's pretty cool. And I think it might be a cool way to do classes. I'm thinking it might work, and we end up with a little spider. I'm missing a piece. I ended up here so I could go up and back and then put this piece in. Why don't we do that, and then we can put it in the right place. Let's select. We ended up here in the spider. Yeah, well, that doesn't help me much. Thanks for nothing. Thanks for nothing. Let's go into node mode then. That's what I call node mode. And see, yeah, I was right. We ended up here. So we don't want jump stitches, y'all. So we're going to do this, and we're going to go maybe a bit shorter because I took off the image. And then we're going to go here, and we're going to go here. I'd like you guys to plot it out just a little bit better than I did because I kind of blew it there. But, you know, it can always be fixed. Let's make this pink. And let's put this in the right spot, which is after the last one. So no jump stitches. Yay, no jump stitches. Very happy. Very happy. So does anybody have any questions? What program is Sue using tonight? Sorry I joined late. I'm trying to do something different, James. Thanks for asking. I'm trying to do something different, and I'm using Wilcom E4 and Embroidery at the same time. So it's hopefully going to work out well. The premise is that the idea is that I'm going to do most of the digitizing and instructions in E4, but I'm going to flip over to Embroidery and show the tools that I'm using. So I just kind of hopefully demonstrated that, and I'm hopefully going to be able to do this for classes. If I get another monitor, I will do PE Design 10 as well, and hopefully not get too confused. So I'm not going to be working in Embroidery, but I'm going to be showing what I'm doing in Embroidery. I found that a lot of the Embroidery people were, I don't know if they were feeling left out, but they were struggling, and we don't want anyone to struggle with embroidery. That we want to help and make it easier. So I'm hoping that I can also save some time too by doing one class and covering different software. Then I don't have to repeat myself, and I enjoy that because I can come up with different stuff, and it's just fun. So hopefully, other than Embroidery not showing that one part, if anyone had any problems or any, you know, ideas or something that didn't work for them, just let us know. We are looking for feedback so we can, you know, get it settled down, and then we're going to be scheduling live classes. I said at the beginning we're going to be scheduling questions and answers on the regular YouTube classes so we can just concentrate on that so everybody can get through the classes and do them and be successful at it. I am a Hatch user and enjoy your videos. Well, thanks, James. Thank you. I guess I could throw Hatch in, but you know what? Hatch and E4 are so close. It would be just making it confusing for myself.
You probably should try it once to help people out so they can see that there's similar to help them out.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but Don said maybe we can throw Hatch in there just so you guys can see the difference and the similarities between it, because they are close. They are super close. They have a lot of things the same. Obviously, the E4 has more. It has different things. It's a commercial level software, and it's in that regard completely different. But a lot of the tools are the same. But yes, okay, we will throw in. So I'm going to be working in E4, flip to Hatch to show you the tools, and then flip to Embroidery to show you the tools quickly. That'll only take a couple minutes just to show you how I did, and then go back to E4 and continue on what we're doing. So hopefully that's going to work, and I'm kind of thinking it's going to be cool. So again, we are looking for feedback. I don't think you guys gave Dawn a hard enough time yet, but we'll work on that. We'll work on you guys. When I get the Dawn's laughing. When I get the emoticons working, then you guys can click on sad face when he gives me a hard time. He loves that. He loves that. And it's fun. We have a good time. So we'll work on that for next time. So what do you think, Dawn? Do you think it went really well?
Yep.
I think little bit of digitizing. It was simple stuff, but you know what? Fun as heck too. And good practice for me. I might have to work up on it a little bit. But I think it all went well.
And you did let them know that there will be some that are scheduled so that they can
plan for it.
Because a lot of people are coming in right at the end.
Yes, yes. Well, it's just because we're testing, so I don't really want to. It's not the, like the full thing that I'm offering. So if one person is watching and can give us feedback, that's all we need for the test. So yeah, sorry. We will be scheduling classes and live things, and you guys will know about it in advance. So we've got a couple notes of things to fix. So anyways, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.